So the first improvement we're going to make on the snake game is adding the score to the screen. So each time our snake collides with the piece of food, not only will we make the snake longer, but we will also add 1 to the score. So to do this, the first thing we need to do is draw a score on the screen. We need to write that on the screen, and we can write using a turtle. So I'm going to go right here under where I made this general snake right here. I'm going to press enter, give myself some space here, and I'm going to say score turtle. I'm just going to name him that. Then I will create a variable for the score. I'm just going to name it score because that makes the most sense, and set it equal to 0 to begin with. Now I'm going to wrap all of this into a function so I can call it, so it rewrites the score each time it changes to the screen. I'm going to name it show score. And inside this function, the first thing I need to do, so if I write text to the screen, if you remember when we looked at the turtle in lesson 7, it rewrites over that same spot over and over again. So you won't be able to read it because it'll get, like if you put a 7 over a 6, it kind of turns into a blob. So we're going to make a little purple or whatever color background you have square right where, or rectangle, right where we're going to write our score. So we'll basically cover it over with a little tiny square of purple and then write the score on that new spot. There's no way to just rewrite the background. There's some ways, but this is just the way we're going to do it. It's quite a bit of text, so hold on. S is the name of this turtle. For ease of writing. Now, once I've made my turtle, I'm going to draw a purple rectangle to clear the previous text. Smoosh this guy over here. There we go. First thing I need to do is pull my pen up because I don't want to see this right on the screen. I'm also going to set my speed to 0. And then I'm going to go to where I want to write my text. And I'm going to write my text at 95x 200y, which will be up here in the corner. And you can mess with those numbers on your screen to put it where you want to put it. I'm going to set my heading. I want my turtle to be facing to the right so I can just draw a rectangle this way. I like to draw them that way. It just makes sense to me. So I'm going to set my setting to 0 so he's facing to the right. And then I'm going to put my pen down because I do want to draw on the screen right now. And what I want to draw is a rectangle that's purple. So if your background color is a different color, you need to pick that color. So I'm going to say fill color and purple, and that's going to fill it in. It does leave a spot around the bottom of it, so I do also need to change the turtle's color to purple. Just trust me on that. You can skip that part and see the ugly little line that shows up if you want, or you can just take my word for it and put both the fill color and the color of the turtle. Now we need to begin our fill. We're going to begin it, so we've got our pen down, our turtle's facing the direction we want, he's got the color that we want him to be. Now we're going to say, okay, I'm making a shape and I need you to fill it in. So that's the begin fill. Now I can move forward, and I know that for me, the text I'm going to write is about 100 pixels wide based on the size that we're going to use, which is about 12. This is something I messed with to figure out the right number to give you. If you want to change things, you need to mess with these values on your own. If you want to follow me though, the first thing I need my little turtle to do is to move forward 105 pixels. I want to make a nice, decent size rectangle that will cover the text that was there. Then I need to turn right because I'm making a rectangle which has 4 right angles. Right angles are 90 degrees. So we're going to turn right 90 degrees. Then I can go down. So that would put me right here. now I want to go down, and I'm facing down with that 90-degree change, so I'm going to go forward. And to be on the safe side, I'm going to do 40 pixels. It's a little excessive, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Now I'm right, I've gone here and I'm going down, and now I need to turn right again. And now I'm facing to the left of the screen. I'm facing this direction. So I can draw that bottom line of the rectangle, which again will be 105, because the top line that I drew was 105. So the bottom line needs to be the same size. Then I'm going to turn right. I'm at my final end right here. I will be here, here, here. So I'll be right there. I'm going to turn right and finish off this shape by turning 90 degrees. And I'm going to go forward that 40 pixels again. That's going to put me here. Then I went down 40 over 105. I turned and I'm going to go up 40 pixels to finish that shape. Now I need to end fill so it knows it's done, and it'll fill that shape in, and that should draw that rectangle on the screen. The next thing that I need to do is draw the score. So I'm going to start that right here. So write score text to screen. I'm going to use the same turtle. I'm just going to pull my pen up, and I'm going to go to 100 and 175. I'm going to change the color to black. That's the color I want my text or my score color. You could do white, would show up really nice as well. Just depends on your background color. I need to put that pen down, and I'm going to hide the turtle because I don't want to see him. And then I'm going to write my score. So the score is going to be the text score colon and a space. And then I want to add whatever values inside the score. And what I need to do with that is say plus, and I need to turn it to a string or it won't show it as text on the screen. And I will say str, which means take this number score and just turn it into a piece of text I can throw on the screen and show. Then let's set our font properties. We're going to do Arial. You can change it to a different font if you want, comma, size 12, and I'm going to make it bold. Now let's test that this right. The score isn't actually going to require a lot of work to do, so let's get right into the meat of where we're going to put it. And it's literally 3 more lines of code that we need to write. So let's do that and then test it and make sure we haven't made any mistakes. Scroll yourself down to the update function right here. And what we need to do is, first of all, inside of here, we need to let it know that we want to use the variable we created up here at the top, score. That's a global variable. So if we're going to change it, we have to use this keyword global. And I know that's hard to get used to, but that's just, I'm always going to remind you of that stuff, so don't worry about it. So we're going to add that global score because we need to use it. And if we're running, so if running is true, I want to show the score. Now if I save this right now and I run it, I should get a score written to my screen, and you'll see it kind of ploop and plop there for a second. We can go hide that turtle a little bit better to make it not do the little jittery thing it does, so we can fix that. I don't really mind it, but whatever. All right. So it works. We've got text showing on the screen. Beautiful. If you don't, go back and watch the first 8 minutes of this and look at your code. See what's wrong right there. All right. In this update, here is where we're checking to see if the snake his head is right at the same spot as the food, and then he's eating it, right? So what we're going to do is add to our score. So we're doing this whole creating a new body part. Well, let's just go ahead and add to our score. And to do that, we're just simply going to say score equals score plus 1. So if we test this at this point and play, we're going to get our score drawn to the screen. It's pretty glitchy though, so it's working, it's adding that in, but it's doing this glitchy thing up here. We need to fix that. And we can fix the glitchiness just a little bit by hiding this turtle. It's still gonna blink at us a little bit because we do that drawing of that purple background on there, but there's really nothing we can do about that because we're using the turtle module. But we do have that score showing, so that is what we're ultimately looking for.